Over 60? The nut sitting right now in your pantry could be quietly shortening your life. Before you eat another handful, hear this. The wrong nut can raise inflammation, push your blood pressure up, and even cloud your memory, all without any warning signs. A recent study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that certain nuts can spark silent inflammation and raise the risk of heart problems by nearly 48% in older adults. And the scariest part, one of these nuts is marketed as healthy and may already be in your trail mix. But there's good news. 4 other nuts can do the exact opposite, protecting your heart, your bones, and even your brain, if you know which ones to pick. Stay with me to the end, because the #1 nut you should never touch is a surprise. You've probably eaten it this week. Before we start, tap subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the simple health truths that keep you strong after 60. And type 1 in the comments if you already keep nuts at home. Type 0 if you don't. Most people believe all nuts are healthy, but after 60, that isn't always true. The wrong handful can quietly raise your blood pressure, inflame your joints, and even slow your memory, while the right ones can protect your heart, bones, and brain. A major study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that certain nuts can increase inflammation enough to raise the risk of heart disease by nearly 48% in older adults. And it doesn't stop there. The same culprits can worsen arthritis pain, disturb sleep, and make every step feel heavier. You may already have these danger nuts sitting in your pantry right now. They look harmless, some are even sold as superfoods, but for aging bodies, they can quietly do more harm than good. The good news is you don't have to give up snacking. I'll show you 4 nuts to eat often that help keep your arteries flexible, your bones strong, and your memory sharper, and reveal 4 nuts to avoid if you want to stay active, steady on your feet, and independent. Stay with me, because the #1 nut you should never touch is a surprise. You've probably eaten it this week. Have you ever wondered why your knees feel stiffer after what seemed like a healthy snack? Why climbing a short flight of stairs feels heavier than it used to? Or why some nights your legs ache or swell for no clear reason? Most of us blame it on age, but what if it isn't just aging? What if certain nuts you've trusted for years are quietly making these problems worse? You reach for them thinking you're doing something good for your heart and energy, but instead they may be spiking your blood sugar, fueling joint inflammation, and leaving you more tired. If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. These small, everyday habits can add up and affect how steady, strong, and pain-free your body feels. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll see which nuts are silently working against you and which ones can actually help you feel lighter on your feet again. Simple science and credibility. Let's ground this in facts, not opinion. A large study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology showed that certain nuts can raise markers of inflammation that push up blood pressure and strain the heart, especially in adults over 60. Here's the simple science. As we age, our blood vessels get stiffer, our metabolism slows, and our immune system becomes more sensitive. Nuts that were harmless at 30 can now spike blood sugar, overload the liver with certain fats, or even interfere with common medications. That combination can trigger swelling in the joints, fatigue in the legs, and gradual memory fog. Nutrition researchers from Tufts University and Harvard School of Public Health have documented how the right nuts, like almonds and walnuts, lower LDL cholesterol and protect the lining of arteries. Others, such as peanuts stored in poor conditions, can carry mold toxins that strain the liver. The takeaway is simple. Choosing the right nuts after 60 isn't a trend. It's a science-backed step to protect your heart, joints, and brain for the long run. If you care about keeping your heart strong, your joints flexible, and your memory sharp after 60, this is the right place for you. Before we dive into the first nut you should add to your diet, take a quick second to support this channel. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the simple health truths that keep you strong after 60. And I'd love to hear from you. Type 1 in the comments if you keep any kind of nuts at home right now,
or type 0 if you don't. Your answers help me know what to cover next, and your story could guide someone else who's trying to eat smarter. Now let's start with the first nut that can do the most to keep your bones strong and your heart protected. Eat often. Nut number 4. Almonds. Let's begin with one of the best everyday nuts for seniors, almonds. Almonds may look simple, but they're a powerhouse for bones, heart, digestion, and even memory. Here's why they matter so much after 60. As we age, bone loss speeds up and the risk of fractures rises. Almonds are naturally rich in calcium, about 97 milligrams per cup, and that's enough to help slow that bone loss over time. They also contain magnesium, a mineral that helps move calcium into your bones where it belongs and keeps it out of your arteries where it can harden and cause heart trouble. Almonds are also loaded with healthy monounsaturated fats, the same kind you find in olive oil. These fats help lower LDL, the bad cholesterol that tends to creep up with age. That means almonds support both bone strength and heart health in one small snack. For digestion, almonds give you about 3.5 grams of fiber in a serving. That's a big help since nearly 4 out of 10 older adults struggle with constipation. And don't forget the brain. Almonds provide vitamin E and flavonoids, especially in the skin of the nut. These antioxidants help protect brain cells from oxidative stress, one of the key drivers of age-related memory decline. For the most benefit, eat them with the skin on. If chewing whole almonds feels tough on your teeth, try sliced almonds or unsweetened almond butter. They deliver the same benefits. A small handful a day, about 20 to 23 almonds, is plenty. Eaten regularly, they're far more than a snack. They're a daily boost for stronger bones, steadier heart health, better digestion, and a sharper mind.
Eat often. Nut number 3. Walnuts. Next on the list is walnuts, one of the best nuts for brain health and heart support after 60. Walnuts are rich in a plant-based omega-3 fat called ALA. This special fat helps keep brain cell membranes flexible and supports how those cells communicate with each other. That's critical as we age because these connections naturally slow down over time. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who ate about 1.5 ounces of walnuts each day for 8 weeks showed improved thinking speed and better problem-solving skills. In simple terms, walnuts help your mind stay sharp as the years go by. Walnuts also contain powerful antioxidants called polyphenols. These compounds can cross into the brain and help calm inflammation that is linked to memory decline and even conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Another unique benefit is their natural melatonin content. Melatonin is the hormone your body makes to regulate sleep, but levels often drop as we age. A small handful of walnuts in the evening can gently support better rest without medication. For the heart, walnuts supply the amino acid arginine, which helps blood vessels stay flexible and improves circulation. Combined with their antioxidant polyphenols, walnuts can lower blood pressure and protect artery health. To keep walnuts fresh, store them in the fridge or freezer because their healthy fats can turn rancid if left at room temperature for too long. A daily serving of about 7 to 9 walnut halves is enough to get all the benefits. If you notice a slight bitterness in their taste, don't let it discourage you. That bitterness comes from the antioxidant compounds doing their job. Regularly adding walnuts to your diet can support your memory, help you sleep better, and keep your heart healthier with just a small handful a day. Eat often. Nut number 2. Pistachios. Pistachios often get overlooked, but they're one of the smartest nut choices you can make after 60, especially for heart health and even for your vision. Pistachios are naturally low in sodium and high in potassium. 1 ounce, about 49 kernels, gives you roughly 285 milligrams of potassium. That's important because as we age, our bodies tend to hold on to more sodium, which can push up blood pressure and strain the heart. The potassium in pistachios helps your kidneys flush out extra sodium and bring that balance back, which makes them an easy, natural way to support healthy blood pressure.
Research shows that eating a handful of pistachios daily can lower the top number of your blood pressure, the systolic pressure, by about 3 to 5 points. That may sound small, but even a slight drop in that number can significantly reduce the risk of heart problems. Pistachios also have lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that protect your eyes from age-related macular degeneration, which is a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. So with each handful, you're not just helping your heart, you're also guarding your eyesight. Another reason seniors love pistachios is that they're gentler on the teeth compared to hard, dense nuts like almonds or macadamias. If you buy them in the shell, you get an extra bonus. The act of shelling slows you down, so you're less likely to overeat, and it gives you a visual reminder of how much you've eaten. If arthritis or grip issues make shelling difficult, you can buy them pre-shelled. Just choose unsalted or lightly salted versions to avoid unnecessary sodium. A daily serving of about 1 ounce, that's around 49 pistachios, is the sweet spot. They're easy to snack on, help manage blood pressure, support heart and eye health, and they're a satisfying option for anyone over 60 looking for a safe, gentle, and nutritious nut. Eat often nut number 1, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts don't get nearly as much attention as they deserve, but for adults over 60, they can be a powerful addition to your daily routine as long as you eat them the right way. The secret to their power is a mineral called selenium. Selenium plays a critical role in keeping your thyroid healthy, and your thyroid controls things like metabolism, energy levels, and even mood. As we age, thyroid activity often slows down, which can lead to fatigue, unwanted weight gain, or feeling low on energy. Just one Brazil nut provides more than your entire daily requirement of selenium, helping support a healthy thyroid naturally. Selenium is also a strong antioxidant. It helps reduce inflammation and protect nerve cells, which may lower the risk of memory decline as you age. For older adults, that means better energy, clearer thinking, and even more stable moods. Brazil nuts also contain healthy fats that lower LDL, the bad cholesterol, while providing fiber that supports smooth digestion. This is especially useful for anyone over 60 who deals with occasional constipation or wants to keep their heart in better shape. But here's the key. More is not better. Too much selenium can lead to problems like nausea, brittle hair, or even nerve discomfort. Experts recommend just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day. That's all you need to get the full benefit without the risk of overdoing it. They're easy to enjoy. You can eat them as they are, add one to breakfast yogurt, or pair one with fruit for a simple snack. For seniors, this small, nutrient-rich nut supports your thyroid, your brain, your heart, and your digestion, all in one bite. Just remember, stick to 1 or 2 a day to keep it safe and effective. Turning point and risk frame. Now that you know which nuts can strengthen your heart, brain, and bones, it's time to flip the story. Not every nut in your pantry is your friend. Some that seem harmless, even healthy, can quietly work against you as you age. They can trigger inflammation, spike blood sugar, strain the liver, or interfere with common medications without you noticing at first. This is where many seniors get caught off guard. You reach for a handful thinking it's a smart snack, but over months and years, it can slowly chip away at your energy, your joints, and even your circulation. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the 4 nuts you should think twice about. Each one has a hidden risk that makes them less ideal or even harmful for older adults. And stay with me, because the final nut on this list is one most people never suspect, yet it can even affect how your prescriptions work. Avoid nut number 4, peanuts. Peanuts may seem harmless because they're cheap, common, and found in everything from peanut butter to snack bars. But for people over 60, they're not always the best choice. First, peanuts aren't true nuts. They're legumes, and that makes them more likely to carry something called aflatoxins, toxins produced by certain molds that can grow during storage. Aflatoxins can be hard on the liver. As we age, the liver becomes less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances, which means even small amounts can add up over time and raise the risk of liver damage, or even in rare cases, certain cancers. Another concern is that peanuts are pretty high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s are needed in small amounts, too many can lead to inflammation, which can worsen conditions like arthritis and heart issues, which are particularly common after 60.
Peanuts are also high in omega-6 fats. While omega-6 fats aren't inherently bad, too much of them, compared to omega-3 fats, can fuel inflammation in the body. That's a problem for seniors dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or chronic swelling, because it can worsen pain and slow recovery. Then there's how most peanuts are eaten. Few people eat them raw and plain. They're often roasted in unhealthy oils, salted heavily, or mixed into snack bars with added sugars and preservatives. These extras can raise blood pressure, spike blood sugar, and add empty calories, all things that can hurt heart health as we get older. An occasional small serving of plain, unsalted peanuts probably won't do harm, but making them your daily go-to snack is not the wisest choice after 60. There are better options, like almonds, pistachios, or walnuts, that give you the flavor and crunch without the extra risks. If you love peanut butter, switch to an unsweetened, natural version and use it sparingly. For long-term health of your liver, joints, and heart, it's worth limiting peanuts and choosing other nuts that truly support your body as it ages. Avoid nut number 3, cashews. Cashews are smooth, creamy, and often labeled as a healthy snack, but for older adults, they can come with some hidden downsides. The first issue is blood sugar. Compared to other nuts, cashews have more carbohydrates and a higher glycemic index. That means they can raise blood sugar faster than you might expect. For the nearly 1 in 4 seniors living with diabetes or prediabetes, this spike can be risky and may lead to energy crashes, increased cravings, and higher strain on insulin control. Cashews also contain compounds called oxalates. In moderate amounts, these are harmless, but when eaten in larger quantities, they can interfere with calcium absorption and may contribute to kidney stone formation. Since kidney function naturally becomes more delicate with age, seniors should be especially mindful of foods that raise oxalate levels. Another concern is how cashews are often processed. Most store-bought cashews are roasted in oil and heavily salted. That means extra sodium that can push blood pressure up and added fats that don't support heart health. While having a few cashews now and then is unlikely to cause serious harm, relying on them as a daily snack isn't ideal for people over 60. The blood sugar swings, oxalate content, and added oils and salt make them less friendly for aging bodies. If you enjoy their flavor, keep the portions small, choose unsalted, dry-roasted, or raw cashews, and balance them with other nuts like almonds or pistachios that offer more consistent benefits without the extra risks. Sometimes the best step for your health is not just what you eat, but how often and in what form you eat it. Avoid nut number 2, macadamia. Macadamia nuts are often seen as a luxury snack, buttery, rich, and delicious. But for older adults, they're not the best choice to eat regularly. The first concern is how calorie-dense they are. A small handful of macadamias can pack more than 200 calories, most of which come from fat. Because they're not very filling, it's easy to eat more than you realize, which can lead to weight gain over time. For seniors, carrying extra weight can put more stress on the joints, worsen blood sugar control, and raise the risk of high blood pressure or heart problems. Another issue is the type of fat they contain. Macadamias are high in saturated fat, the kind that tends to raise LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, linked to heart disease. Since the risk of cardiovascular problems increases with age, adding more saturated fat from frequent macadamia snacking can work against heart health. There's also a comfort factor to consider. Macadamias are dense and very crunchy, which can be hard on sensitive teeth, crowns or dentures. What feels like a harmless treat could cause discomfort or even dental issues. For some people, the high fat load can also upset digestion. Those with gallbladder problems or a slower digestive system may experience bloating or stomach discomfort after eating macadamias. It's not that macadamias are entirely bad. They do provide some antioxidants and healthy monounsaturated fats. But because of their calorie density, high saturated fat content, and potential for dental or digestive discomfort, they're best enjoyed occasionally rather than as a daily snack. If you love the taste, keep the portion to just a few nuts on special occasions. And for everyday snacking, lean on almonds, pistachios, or walnuts for a safer, heart-friendlier choice. Avoid nut number 1, pine nuts. Pine nuts might look harmless, often sprinkled on salads or blended into pesto, but for older adults, they carry a few hidden risks that deserve attention. One major concern is how they can interact with medications. Many seniors take prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, or arthritis. Compounds in pine nuts can interfere with how the body processes certain drugs, which may reduce the effectiveness of the medication or increase side effects. If you're on long-term prescriptions, this is something to take seriously. There's also a little-known reaction called pine nut syndrome. After eating pine nuts, some people develop a bitter or metallic taste in their mouth that can last for days, sometimes even weeks. For younger adults, it's just unpleasant, but for seniors, it can be more serious because it can reduce appetite. A loss of appetite can lead to unintentional weight loss, which can weaken immunity and muscle strength over time. Another issue is how pine nuts are quickly spoiled. They're high in polyunsaturated fats, which oxidize easily when exposed to heat or air. Once oxidized, those fats can fuel inflammation in the body instead of reducing it, the opposite of what most seniors need if they're dealing with joint pain or arthritis. While pine nuts add flavor to certain dishes, they're not the best choice for older adults to eat often. If you enjoy pesto, you can swap pine nuts for walnuts, which provide similar texture and a healthier fat profile without these risks. The takeaway is simple. Pine nuts may taste good, but for people over 60, the medication interactions, the risk of appetite changes, and the potential for increased inflammation make them a nut to avoid for regular use.
Simple swaps and buying guide. Now that you know the best and worst nuts for your health after 60, let's make it simple to put this into action. Here's your quick guide. Keep these 4 in your regular rotation. Almonds for stronger bones, walnuts for brain and heart health, pistachios for better blood pressure and vision, and Brazil nuts for thyroid support and nerve protection. Limit or skip these 4. Peanuts because of mold toxins and inflammation, cashews for blood sugar spikes and kidney stress, macadamias for excess calories and saturated fat, and pine nuts for medication interactions and appetite issues. When shopping, look for raw, dry roasted, or lightly salted nuts without added sugars, oils, or flavor coatings. Always read the label for hidden ingredients. Store walnuts and Brazil nuts in the fridge or freezer to keep their healthy fats fresh. Keep almonds and pistachios in airtight jars in a cool, dry place. If chewing is difficult, go for sliced almonds or natural nut butters with no added sugar or hydrogenated oils. A little planning at the store and a few smart swaps at home can make a big difference in protecting your heart, bones, joints, and memory as you age. A 7-day nut rotation for seniors. To make healthy snacking easy, here's a simple 7-day nut rotation you can follow. It keeps things interesting, gives you all the benefits of the best nuts, and helps you avoid overeating any single type. Day 1. Add a small handful of almonds, about 20 to 23 pieces, to your breakfast oatmeal or yogurt for stronger bones and better digestion. Day 2.
Have 7 to 9 walnut halves as an afternoon snack with tea or coffee. This supports your brain, heart, and even your sleep quality later that night. Day 3. Snack on 1 ounce of pistachios, about 49 kernels, in the early evening. They'll help your blood pressure and give your eyes an antioxidant boost. Day 4. Start your morning with just 1 Brazil nut alongside your usual breakfast. That single nut gives you a full day's worth of selenium to keep your thyroid healthy and your energy steady. Day 5. Spread a spoonful of unsweetened almond butter on apple slices or whole grain toast for a satisfying mid-morning snack that's gentle on digestion. Day 6. Treat yourself to pistachios again, another handful in the afternoon or evening. They're great for heart health and a lighter snack if harder nuts are tough to chew. Day 7. Use 7 walnut halves to make a simple pesto or sprinkle them over steamed vegetables at dinner for a tasty way to support your heart and memory. Drink water alongside nuts to stay hydrated, especially with salted varieties. And whenever possible, pair nuts with fruit, yogurt, or vegetables to slow blood sugar spikes and improve digestion. This easy weekly pattern makes sure you get the full benefits of all 4 recommended nuts without overdoing any single one, keeping your snacks balanced, heart-friendly, and supportive of bone, brain, and thyroid health. Safety, interactions, and personalization. Before you start adding or removing nuts from your routine, there are a few safety points to keep in mind. If you have a known nut allergy, even a mild one, avoid that nut completely and talk to your doctor before trying anything new. Any tingling in the mouth, rash, or swelling is a sign to stop right away. If you take regular medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, or arthritis, remember that pine nuts can interfere with how some of these drugs work. It's safest to avoid them or ask your doctor first. For anyone with high blood pressure, stick to unsalted or lightly salted nuts to keep sodium under control. If you're watching your blood sugar, pair nuts with a little protein or fiber, such as yogurt or fruit, to slow quick blood sugar spikes and improve digestion. If you have sensitive teeth or dentures, choose softer options like sliced almonds or unsweetened nut butters with no added sugar or hydrogenated oils. And with Brazil nuts, keep the serving to just 1 or 2 per day. They're rich in selenium, which is great for thyroid and nerve health, but more than that can be too much for your body. These small adjustments help you get all the benefits of the right nuts while keeping your choices safe, personalized, and easy to stick with. One small swap today can help protect your heart, support your joints, and keep you steadier on your feet for years to come. Every small choice you make today can shape how strong, steady, and independent you feel in the years ahead. Something as simple as switching the nuts in your pantry can protect your heart, ease joint pain, sharpen your memory, and even boost your energy. You don't have to change everything at once. Start with one swap. Add 1 nut that helps you, remove 1 nut that harms you, and you'll begin to feel the difference over time. If you found this video helpful, tap the like button and subscribe so you don't miss more simple science-based tips for staying healthy after 60. Type 1 in the comments if you're ready to make your first swap today, or type 0 if you still have questions and want more guidance. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your health. One choice at a time, you can stay strong, mobile, and confident for the years ahead.